was talking to a couple of leaders and a few weeks ago, and they were talking about ups, and I was like, that was how we were able to blow up. In my last business, we were able to duplicate pop-ups like crazy, and it was like I think probably around the peak we had a minimum of 2,000 every night going on all throughout America. We had about 20 markets that we had weekly events at. Every one of them had 10 to 20 pop-ups going on in every single market and every single night. And it was like I learned so much from doing that. And back in those days, you got to remember this was when I started that company was 16 years ago. So we didn't have like the advent of social media like we do today. So you add on top of what we've got going on right now with social media, and you add to what we did before that worked, that everybody that's doing it here in Remont is working so well, is the pop-up system. But if you couple them together, man, you got a recipe for success. So today we're going to be training a little bit on that. But I was talking to him and they asked me, I said, how did you guys get up to like 2000, 2000? And I just grabbed like a napkin, and I just started, training on it. And by the time I was done, they were like, that was the best training ever. Why don't you do that and train everybody? So I'm like, well, you know what? Might as well. But I can tell you just from my experience, there's nothing better than pop-ups. And it's not like I'm training on something I don't know about, right? Sometimes I think it's not like a theory. I'm not a theorist. It's like this is stuff that we did, we lived, and we sold $1 billion worth of skincare doing it. And it just absolutely works and it duplicates. And that's the most important thing is not always asking, does this work? It's more about asking, does it duplicate? Because if it duplicates, now we've got our hands on something special. Because a lot of times we can do stuff that works, but it won't duplicate, right? And pop-ups absolutely duplicate. Some people call them glow ups, some people call them wow parties, some people, whatever they call it. To me, it's not so much about name, it's about really what we're doing with them and the reason why they work. So the psychology of why they work so well, when we get off this call, you're going to see clearly, wow, you know what? I gotta make sure that we start duplicating these pop-ups like crazy, because once you start duplicating pop-ups like crazy, you really it becomes to the point where it just starts to perpetuate. The business just starts to take on a life of its own. Because once you find out how easy they are to do, I think a lot of times like people are so nervous, and a lot of people they're like, oh, how do we do them and stuff. Tonight, when I talk about how to do them, it's basic. It's basic, and the more basic it is, the better it is, right? When you make it all, like I remember in San Diego, I went to do a pop up. I don't know, probably about 8 months ago, and I went in there and they had crab legs. I'm like, yo, put the crab legs away, dude. Like, get that stuff out of here. She's like, what? I'm like, crab legs? Well, they ain't gonna duplicate. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make it low budget. I go, maybe that bag of chips. Oh, but with the Costco brand, get that stuff, not that damn Dorito stuff, man. You got to keep it. You want to keep these things low budget, and I know sometimes that's hard for some of us because, like, we're like extra, but you don't want to be extra with pop ups, man. And the reason being is because you want people to walk away and all they're thinking about is the products, right? If you're dialed in and you got like a freaking brand new suit on, or you've got like this unbelievable, amazing dress on, and you got, Lamborghinis parking out front and all kinds of craziness, they ain't going to remember the products. They're just going to remember that. But when people walk out and all they can remember is the products, that's when you've done your job, right? So I'll talk a little bit about that tonight. But once you start basically replicating pop-ups like crazy, your group literally will grow like wildfire, like you've never seen before. And that's how really you start fast tracking everybody to manager. And we're going to throw down a challenge at the end of the call that I'm telling you, man, you're going to want to rise to the challenge. But with that being said, I'm going to pull up real quickly. I'm going to go through a couple testimonials. They're not testimonials. You just got to realize my brain is not working. I literally just got off of a flight from Hong Kong, and my brain is like fried. So I'm over here talking about testimonials. Now we're going to go a couple announcements, you guys. I apologize. Real quickly here, a couple announcements. Some exciting stuff that's happening real quick in the world of Remon, and then we're going to kick underway for the training, and I'll go through this fairly fast. First thing is we've got obviously the Memorial Day special going on. Okay, this is a big one, right? This is a great, really exciting promotion, and the key is to promote the promotions, right? That's the magic. You know what I mean? Is getting just whenever a promotion happens is really get everybody excited and fired up, and that's really creating that culture in your organization of taking advantage of obviously promotion. So this is going on right now. This one's really, really awesome because it comes with some really amazing free products. But when you look at this is literally I like the fact it's got the cleansing powder in it and the snow enzyme. right? It give people the opportunity to be able to experience both. You know, it's really exciting. I like to do the snow enzyme every day, right? But some people like to exfoliate with that one and use the I mean, excuse me, I like to use the powder. I use the cleansing powder every day, but some people like to just exfoliate with the cleansing powder. And the snow enzyme is more their regular cleanser. I like the fact that both of them are in this bundle. And then also the, you know, this is the ICD dermatology first package, which is, you know, the Boo Say Boo. That's in this one. Uh, and then also, you know, you've got the dermatology cream, right? You know, formerly known as the EX cream. The cream is legit. Like that is legit. That's the number one product. And then we got the collagen melting sheets comes with 6 in a box. And then the ICD makeup. This is the luminous glow cushion. So you get to select your shade when you purchase this. That's really cool. It gives people the freedom to be able to pick their own shade. Obviously, in America, we're going to get the sunscreen and the calming balancing gel as the free products. In Canada, they're going to be getting the multi-stick balm and the calming gel as their free gift out there. So both amazing, whether you're in Canada or US, both are amazing. And it's really a no-brainer to take full advantage of this. This is going to drive a lot of sales this weekend. Starting today, it's already going on right now. It's going to be going all the way till Monday night at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. So we want to make sure we take advantage of that one. There's another one that we're running simultaneously. This is the Summer Beauty Essential Bundle. This is running Friday to Monday. Once again, same time frame. This one's really cool because it comes with the ICD Makeup Butter Lip Tint Semi Matte, and you get to select your color for that one. ICD Makeup Butter. This has got the Butter Lip Tint Velvet Matte. So you got the you got the semi matte and the velvet matte, right? You get to select your color there. So you and everybody likes those butter lips. Hello. And then we got the ICD Makeup Glow Lip Oil. Everybody loves that product. Then you got the ICD Luminous Glow Cushion. Select your shade there, and it comes with a free, and I love to say this, Set and Stay makeup spray. I love that one. That just rhymes. That's too good. So this is an amazing bundle as well. These are really great, obviously, for everybody to be able to take advantage of. Once again, these are running right now until Monday night on Memorial Day. So this is a fun thing to always promote, get everybody whipped into a frenzy, drive a lot of sales, help a lot of customers that you've already got on the books, enjoy some of these new products, and maybe they haven't chose yet, or maybe if they already love them, get their hands on more, stock up all supplies, you know, while they can, right? So this is going to be fun. So obviously, the Product University is back every Wednesday. The last one was unbelievable. This one, we've got a very special Wednesday training going on, 6 p.m. Make sure that you register for that Zoom and get all your team registered on that. You want to get everybody really fully aware of what's happening with the Remon products. Professor Angie does such an amazing job with this. Last university, I was a graduate. I finally graduated. It was like the third one. I'm like, I got to stop messing around. I got to graduate. And we took the test at the end, and I actually got the worst grade anybody in that class. I think there was like 300 people or 250 people that graduated. I had the worst grade. So realize you don't have to be a product expert to make a lot of money. I just did it because I'm like, I can't be promoting something that I haven't done. So I graduated, and Angie's like, man, you got less than 1 out of 4 right. And if it's an alternative choice and you get 1 out of 4, it's almost like I tried to fail. Like she's out, you get so bad on that test. Like, hey, you know what? You use some pretty big words, and I'm just glad to be able to promote these products. I don't need to learn all this stuff, but it's definitely good to be able to get in on those product universities. Auto ship, we already know, right? Every on your third month, if you are on auto ship, we don't make it mandatory here, which is different than a lot of places. On that third month, obviously, you're going to get a $30 free product credit that you can use for additional purchases everybody loves. We got the starter kits right now happening in the month of May. Everybody's going bananas over these. I love the fact that we've got, you know, this starter kit premium. A lot of people right now, what they're finding out is, you know, how you start is how you're going to duplicate, right? So if you get started and you pick one of the smaller packs, don't freak out, but just realize you might want to upgrade. And the reason is because your team's going to duplicate what you do. Right. So if you get started with a toe in the water, your team's going to get toe in the water, and you're going to have a bunch of toes in the water. I like to go big. When I got started, I got 4 of the premium sets, and I went right in because to me, it was a no brainer. Like, I'm like, I need to get 4 of the starter kit premiums, be, you know, 6,000 BP, hit senior manager on day 1. And I was off to the races, and everybody started doing the same thing. Right. So my team just duplicated what I did, you know, so you want to make sure, obviously, get the set that's right for you, you know, but just realize that definitely your team will duplicate what you do, right? Canada, obviously, we got to take care of the Canadians. We got the sets there as well. Once again, in your first 30 days, you can upgrade. What's really exciting about what's going on right now, because of all the IT integration that we've got going on right now with the new platform launching and everything, they are allowing us to be able to get starter kits. Everybody, I don't know if they turned that off yet or not, but last week it was working still. So if you might be able to still sneak in there and get a starter kit if you're past your 30 days. But if you are within your 30 days, Obviously, you can get as many as you want for that. So real quickly, some events. I want to touch on these. Everybody's running hard to wrap up Director by the Remon Retreat. And what I need to do is I need to do a Director Dash training, right? I think that would really help everybody out, is to get everybody fast track because of this Remon Retreat. But tier 1, tier 2, you get tier 1, a trip for 1, tier 2, a trip for 1 plus $2,000 airfare reimbursement, tier 3, a trip for 2 plus 4,000 airfare, and tier 4, obviously, trip for 2 plus 10,000 airfare reimbursement. So make sure you get qualified for that. We'll do some more training on that. Get to obviously the Vegas event. You want to always register first minute, not last minute. Set the pace, set the tone. Once again, just being a leader, this is going to be an amazing event. Roadmap, book your room, right? The rooms are really, 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 really good at this. The rooms that we have blocked off for our room block are the newer rooms, from what I understand. So it'll be really exciting. You can make your reservation, real simple, real basic. Boom, boom, boom. Inside that time frame is whenever is when the event is. You can make sure you can get the discount. So if you go outside that block, it might not be available. So if you're in the block, that's whenever it's available. For that, single ticket's only $159. If you get a 10 ticket bundle, it's only $99. A lot of people like to get the 10 ticket bundle because then obviously they get a big discount for their team, and it's everybody incentive to make sure they get 10 people out for that event. So real quickly, promoter versus announcer. I'm going to get into this as this segues right into the event system. You always want to be a promoter. You never want to be an announcer, right? Promoters, really what they do, they'll send out calls, right? They'll make calls, personalized voice messages, or send out personalized text messages. It's not just high tech, it's high touch with promoters, right? Because they know it's important to make people feel special. Announcers send out mass blast text messages, hope somebody else promotes it or whatever. Promoters, what they do is they do a really good job of creating massive excitement around events. Announcers, really, they hope that that people attend. They post and pray, right? They'll post an event, pray that people jump on. Promoters, what they do is they get planners on the edge of their chair taking notes, right? Because they're leading by example. You always see a promoter taking on the edge of their chair taking notes. And the team will see them doing it and will duplicate. Obviously, announcers just say, "Oh, just watch a recording or whatever." They don't really have any urgency or excitement. Promoters obviously create momentum. Obviously, announcers wait for momentum, right? I think everybody knows that. And I always look at it like a baseball game. We have a lot of Zooms that we do on a daily basis, right? And the reason being is not on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And the reason why there's so many Zooms on a weekly basis is because there's so many brand new people being exposed to the business. And it's so important when somebody gets exposed to get them onto another exposure right away, right? It's kind of like baseball, in first base might be piquing somebody's interest, right? Sometimes I like to text a tee up, right? That's how I pique interest, is I tell somebody, "Hey, look, I can't talk now. I just saw something. I'm really excited about it. I got some good news, but I can't talk now. I'll be a little bit. I'll be available a little bit later on this afternoon. We got to jump on a call. We need to talk. Just I just saw something I'm really excited about. I got some really great news. I can't talk now. We got to jump on a call later tonight." And just pique their interest, right? I love that. Using that line, I've got great news. Okay. Then the second base might be an opportunity call, might be a three-way call, might be a one-on-one Zoom, whatever it might be, an opportunity Zoom, a one-on-one. Third base might be a glow up or pop up, right? Or a product demonstration at a Starbucks or whatever. And then, fourth base might be a connection call or an orientation, right? A connection call is kind of like, getting together with your brand new person that just got started and helping them launch, or an orientation. But you want to realize it's all about multiple exposures, right? It's not about hitting home runs. Somebody might get started on base one, base two, but you still got to keep moving them along the bases and keep promoting the next exposure, because the more times that people see stuff, the more excited they're going to get. And always remember, the first 4 weeks, you want to try to get people to plug into as much stuff as possible so they can understand how to be able to promote the story, how they can share the story. They'll hear different people sharing their backgrounds and their testimonials. It's a really great way to be able to build your business promoting event to event. So Saturday, everybody's favorite, Dwayne Johnson, is going to be doing the Saturday overview at 1 p.m. Pacific. This is happening on Saturday. You want to make sure you get people in front of Jermaine. Jay's to me is the best presenter. I did a meeting at HQ with him a few weeks ago, and I learned a very valuable lesson. Don't speak after Jermaine, man. He did the front half, I did the back half, and he's like, "I'm going to put this thing so high that Tim's going to be in trouble." Bro, that was the best front half. I still can't. We were hanging out in Cabo. I was like, "Bro, you did it. That was the best." And he's just amazing to get people in front of. He really knows how to move people. That night, in America, it's going to be in the morning for China. We're going to be doing our opportunity call. Chris and I will be doing the Chinese Mandarin one. That'll be on Zoom and VooV if you got people in China. Monday, we got the team leader call. That's the only event going on Monday. because of Memorial Day. Tuesday, I'm going to be doing an event in Malaysia. So if you've got connections in Malaysia, I'm going to be doing a one-team overview for guests and for everybody, but great place for guests. And I'm going to be doing a training at 2:30 to 4, House of Remon at the Malaysia event at that event center there in Malaysia. So if you got people over there, send them my way. Tuesday, we're going to be doing a Spanish overview, right? Everybody knows this is amazing. Rodrigo just wrapped up team leader, and he's going to earn the $10,000 team leader bonus this month too as well. He's pretty much wrapped that thing up. So yeah, he's on fire right now. Rodrigo and Itzel are on fire, and everybody knows Cynthia. She's a powerhouse. She's going to be doing that event with them. Tuesday after that, we got an orientation at night. Rimka, Dr. Rimka, Susan Manuelo, Dina Peacock, Jen Berzamian, myself. That's a strong lineup, man. That's a strong lineup. Those ladies are amazing. And that's going to be happening Tuesday. Wednesday, we got the Product University. Thursday, Susan Manuelo and Dora Not. Dora is speaking Spanish. Like the first Korean person I've ever seen speak Spanish. That trips me out. But Dora and Susan are going to be doing that event on Thursday for our guests. Friday, we got Dr. Rimka is going to be doing how to experience a breakthrough training. Unbelievable, man. She's going to like literally staple your socks on before that call because Dr. Rimka is going to knock them off. She's on fire right now. That training is going to be next level. And that's going to be happening Friday night, obviously, on the Zoom bridge. Okay, so little promotions. We all know the momentum bonus is going on right now for team leaders and higher. 25,000 VP, $2,000 bonus, 50,000 4, 75,000 6, 100,000, $10,000 bonus. So no brainer there. That's the biggest bonus we've ever seen. Obviously, the unlimited recruit bonus. Recruit 3 planners, help them generate 1,000 in SP. What happens, right? You're going to earn a $500 bonus every time that happens on top of the regular commissions, right? So what does that look like? Looks like this. If you're a planner and you sponsor 3, right, that's going to put you at obviously that'll get you 116 plus 500. You're going to earn 616, but you're probably going to hit manager along the way. Manager's going to earn 233 plus 500, 733. That'll get them fast track to senior manager, right? Senior managers are going to earn 467 plus 500. They're going to be at 967, right? This bonus, and then team leaders are going to earn $1,200 for generating this bonus. Every time you do it, you're going to earn that money. So you can do it as many times you want. How many people do you care about, right? How many people do you want to win with? Get everybody started, man. This is the time. We've got a little bit of time left to sneak people into the month of May. Now's the time like never before. So here we go. The 5 secrets to pop-ups and glow-ups. I'm so excited about this training because I'm going to teach you guys how to duplicate the pop-up system, okay? And this is the most important thing to understand. It's all about the duplication, right? Pop-ups are the most duplicatable way to win. So people ask me, they're like, how do you really explode this business? And what sets you apart from everybody else in the industry? And the fact is that our products are next level. Nobody can compete with us from a product perspective, right? And when you've got products like what we've got, it's a game changer. Just because you have great products doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win if, guess what? You don't get them on somebody's face. You know what I mean? Like you've got to have people experiencing it, right? So obviously the pop-ups are the most duplicatable way to win. Let's talk a little bit about what this looks like, okay? I'm going to share with you right now the six reasons why pop-ups are so duplicatable. Number 1 is everybody can do it. Right? Everybody can do it. The average Facebook user has 388 friends on average, and the average IG user has 200 followers. So if somebody's got 388 friends or 200 followers, they're probably not going to be social media gurus right out the gates. You understand? Yeah, they can get a couple sales from people that they know. They can definitely reach out to some people and recruit from there, right, as a database. But the reality is, most people aren't going to be big time influencers, that type of user base, right? But or with that type of followers, right? Or that type of friends. So realize that everybody can put people in a living room and throw some cream on their face. You get what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's a no brainer. The reason why, when I've always built in homes, right? You guys probably have read the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing. I've read it probably, I don't even want to know how many times. But, in chapter 8, Mark Darnell talks about, the plug-in pistol, right? And it's like, when you read that chapter, you realize it's all about duplication in our business, right? It's all about duplication. And anybody in the world can get people in a living room, right? Anybody can do it. And what happens is it's so duplicatable because people have such a good experience, right? And so number 1 thing is anybody can do it. Number 2 is this: it makes the product the superstar, right? That's the magic. You guys see that? You're making the products be the superstar. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be the superstar, right? I don't want people to be like, man, you know what? Tim that guy's great. No, I want people to be like, damn, these products are amazing. If the people are following the leader and not following the products, it's all depending on what that leader's doing, right? If you build your business around products, you make the products a superstar, the products work every time. That's the magic. So you want to build basically make the products a superstar, and a glow up does that. A pop up does that. And that's really what happens there. And everybody knows warm market is the way to start. Right? I always tell people, if you can't influence a friend, you're going to struggle influencing a stranger. Right? Most people when they get started in network marketing, it's like, oh man, I'm scared to talk to my friends. I'm going to go talk to strangers. Well, bro, like to me that makes no sense at all. Like if I'm going to get rich, why would I want my friends to hate me? You understand what I'm saying? If you don't invite your friends to become successful with you, when you become wealthy, they're all going to be mad at you. Like common sense tells you that. So when people tell you that they don't want to talk to the warm market, really what they're saying is, I don't really think this is going to work. I don't think I'm going to make it happen. You understand that? Because if you knew that you were going to become successful financially, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's 100,000 a year, 100,000 a month, right, or whatever, or a million a month, however much money that you think, and sometimes you're only going to get started to make a few $100 a month, and then you're going to start making a few $100 a month, and you're going to go, why not make a few thousand? That's what happened to me. I just start the next thing you know, I was like, why not do 10,000 a month? Why not do 30? Why not do 100? Why not do 200? Why not do 500? So your income will grow and you'll be able to see further the further up that you walk. But imagine right now, let's say that you only want to make 1,000 a month. But let's say one thing came, you started running up that mountain, you got to 1,000. You're like, why not go to 2? Why not go to 5? And next thing you know, let's say that you turn around and 2 years later, you're making 100 grand a month. Okay. I'm just saying, if that happens, even though you don't want that to happen, and it ends up happening because slowly you start to believe, the people that you're your friends, they're going to be upset at you that you didn't talk to them about it. Like, that's just common sense. You understand? Like, your neighbor is not going to be your neighbor after you blow this thing up. Your neighbor's going to change. So if you don't talk to your neighbor, the truck pulls up, right, to start your moving truck, and they're like, where are you going? Like, oh, I'm moving to, on the beach. And they're like, the beach? Oh, and you're like, well, I got involved in this business. They're like, damn, man, must be, you're lucky. I'm like, well, I should have talked to you about it, but I didn't, right? They're going to end up in my car. So you want to talk to your friends, right? My mentor told me, said, if you want to keep your friends, get them in the business with you. Why? Because when you become successful, they're going to be upset at you if you didn't at least introduce them to it, okay? So everybody knows that, right? Number 6, out of the 6 reasons why pop-ups are so duplicatable, number 4, people like to have fun, right? It's kind of hard to find people that don't want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, people just want to have fun. That's what you got to remember. People want to have a good time. Like, that's just the reality. And most people, and I just realize this, I'm not like saying, oh, this section only wants to have fun. But what I will tell you is this. If people have been raising kids the majority of their life, right? It was, most of us have kids. Some of you guys don't have kids yet. But prior to kids, you're hanging out, right? You're having fun, man. You might be going out to the bar with your, going on more dates with your significant other. And then you start having kids. Now you spend your damn whole life raising kids. You're just, I mean, and, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I've been raising kids since I was 18, right? So, man, I love my kids, and it's been a great thing. But I can tell you that most people, they're looking for a reason to get out of the house and go hang out with their friends, right? And if they tell their significant other, hey, babe, I'm gonna go to the bar with my girlfriends, they're gonna be like, but if she's like, hey, I'm gonna go, check out this beauty business, right? They check out this Korean products or something. I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. All right, cool. So just realize that people want to have fun, and this gives people an excuse to have fun. And if you build a business around having fun and you build relationships, your business is going to be sticky. You understand? If you build your business and there's no emotional attachment to the people and the products and everything, it's not as sticky as a business. If you build it in the home, it becomes a more sticky business, okay? Faster is better. This is what I want you to realize, okay? Faster is better. I would rather have 100 pop-ups with 3 guests than one pop-up with 300 guests. You understand? It's not that bigger is better. Faster is better. This is so key. This is so good, okay? This is so important to understand. This is the part that, like, I try to help people understand that, like, literally they struggle with the most. Is they're like, look, I want to have a perfect event a week from now. A terrible event today, a terrible pop-up today is better than a perfect pop-up next week. And I know you're like, Tim, that's not true. I'm telling you right now, it's true. And the reason being, if I talk to 3 people tomorrow at a pop-up, Let's just say I call some of my buddies, get them all jacked up. They come over to the house. I put product on. I called them, and then I showed them the business 3 days the same day or the next day or whatever. What are they going to do? They're going to duplicate what I did. Because remember, I'll talk about in a minute, but remember the fact that how you bring people in is how you bring them up. So you want to go fast. You want to have a bunch of small ones are better than one big one. Okay, I'm not saying. I mean, now I would have not. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have 100 pop-ups with a 300 guests. You understand? But what I'm telling you is that it's faster, easier to duplicate. You're not putting a lot on it. If I'm like, hey, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be having some people come over to the house. I really want you to come. They're like 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I mean? Like, if you do it tomorrow, right now, yeah, more urgency, it creates more excitement. Urgency is what creates excitement, right? Not procrastination. You guys see that? So faster is better. And I know some of you won't buy into this. It's fine. You understand? But I'm telling you, if you get on my side of the money, you'd agree. I'll just tell you that, okay? Because I've seen it. Like, I've been doing this, guys, pop-ups for the last, you know what I mean, for the last 16 years. And I can tell you faster is better, okay? Duplication is a relay race, right? Success is found in an exchange zone. The exchange zone in a relay race is when one person passes the baton to somebody else. That's twofold, right? Number one is what? If you're not doing pop-ups on a consistent basis, you got to grab the baton. You follow me? You got to grab the baton. And once you grab the baton, then you got to do what? You got to pass the baton. You see what I'm saying? So it's twofold. You got to be able to take the baton, and you got to be able to pass the baton. But you can't rely on your sponsor to do them all for your upline. It's okay, maybe your first couple if they're in your market to do it with you, but what makes it duplicatable is that you don't know all the answers. I'm telling you guys, trust me on this, okay? I still don't know all the answers, and I don't know the answers on purpose. Because people, when they ask you a question, think about what I'm going to tell you. This still blow your brain. Like, whoa. If people ask you a question, they don't know the answer to it, okay? It's not like a test in school. Like in school, a teacher asks you a question, you better know the answer, okay? You better know the answer. The first company I was in, when I was making 30 grand a month, the guy was making over 100,000 a month. And I asked him, I said, bro, why are you making so much more money than me? He's like, well, you're better than me. And I go, okay, that makes no sense. When I asked him, I said, Gil, his name was Gil. I said, Gil, how in the world am I better than you, but you're making more money than me? He goes, because you're too good, Tim. I'm like, what? He said, you're too polished. He goes, I don't know all that stuff that you know. See, when I got involved in selling phone service. I knew everything about a phone because I'm like, I'm 17 years old. Nobody's going to take me seriously if I don't know what I'm talking about. Once I dummied it down, I'm like, man, I ain't learning about none of this stuff no more. And I stopped learning about that technical stuff. My group started to grow like wildfire. Why? Because I didn't have to be so smart. People are like, dude, I don't need to know that either. Perfect. I'm in. You know all the answers. And I know what some of you are thinking. Now, Tim, my people are different. My friends are different. Look, if someone doesn't know the answer to a question they ask you, they don't know it. So when you don't know it, it makes them feel good. You guys got to realize why. The words I don't know will make you wealthy. I don't know. Now, that doesn't mean I don't know and it doesn't matter. I tell people, look, I don't know, but let me find out. Let me call somebody. You know what I mean? And I say I don't know so much. My wife would be like, what do you want? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She just make a decision on what you want to eat for dinner. I'm like, I really, honestly, I don't know. Or whatever. Because I say, I don't know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. You don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you do. Jackpot. Okay, here we go. Here's the pop-ups, okay? Always start with a pop-up mindset. Let's talk about the pop-up mindset. Once you pop, you can't stop, right? Once you pop, you can't stop. It starts with your mindset, right? Number one, we talked about duplicating. Now we're going to talk about mindset. Once you pop, guess what? You can't stop. You're going to get better at them the more that you do, but you don't want to get so good at them. You understand? If you're too good at them, it's not going to replicate. I see so many people in network marketing that are high income earners, but they become too good. And it's like, dude, dumb it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like once you pop, you can't stop. Okay. So you want to remember, you will get better the more that you do. So don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be great to get started, but you need to start to be great. Right. Okay. So have your pop up no matter what. That's a big one. Never cancel. Okay. Never cancel. And one of the other things is this: don't be a negative if somebody doesn't show up. That's going to happen. You understand that? Don't be upset if somebody doesn't show up. Okay. Sometimes you'll invite some people over. There's two people that are there, but you're so bummed out about the two that didn't show up that you're like making these other people feel like they're like terrible. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care who's there. Whoever's there is going to get the best experience of my life. You understand? And you got to remember, you get good by doing, not by watching. So you want to have that give me the ball attitude. You want to have that give me the ball attitude and never cancel a pop-up, because even if I go to do a pop-up at somebody's house and nobody's there, it becomes a training experience. You understand what I mean? I'm going to teach them and train them, right? And they're also like, damn, this guy's here no matter what. Like, this guy's serious. So always have your pop-up. Have that give me the ball attitude. You're never going to get good at anything by watching it. You know what I mean? You're going to be terrible at the beginning, and then you're going to get worse, and then you're going to get better. So just realize, don't worry about it. Just do it, okay? And the reason being is you don't be perfect. Be believable. Don't be a know-it-all. Be a do-it-all. Jackpot. That's big. Don't be perfect. Be believable. If you're too polished and you're too good, people are going to be like, what? I can never do this. I'll buy some product from you, but I can never do this. But like when I would start, let me tell you guys something. Remember I told you guys earlier, I got up to we were doing like 2,000 pop-ups every night for years, okay? I would do the first ones. And sometimes people bring candles. I'm like, what the hell are you bringing candles for? This is weird. You know what I mean? But whatever. I don't try to you know what I mean? I just, oh, that's great. But people, I'm like, what are your candles here for? But I would always knock something over, right? We would have bowls. I would always knock something over on purpose. I would always knock something over, stumble into something, knock some stuff over, make a mess, right? I would always do that because people are like, damn, this dumbass is making that much money. And it was like so believable, right? But what I can tell you was one time somebody had a candle and I knocked it over and stuff caught on fire. So if you're going to do what I do, which is knock stuff over and dummy it down, lesson, don't do it with candles. It's like we didn't burn the house down, okay? But I just know in my mind, like I need to be believable. And I just bump into stuff and I'll be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? I just have fun. Like that's the key. All right. Now here's on tips on how to develop the right pop-up mindset. 5, everything duplicates. So how you bring people in is how you bring them up. Okay. Like I was saying earlier, how you bring them in is how you bring them up. So if I'm like bringing them, if I'm doing it quick, pop, 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 it'll duplicate quick. If I say, hey, next week we're going to do one, then they get started. They're going to do one next week, and then they're going to do one next week. And I'm a bunch of weak people. My group's going to be weak. I might have more people there, but if I'm doing daily fast, pop, 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 it's going to replicate quicker. You understand? So have confidence, make it duplicatable, and have fun, and visualize the results you want. You have to believe and visualize people getting started. That's the magic. You got to believe people getting excited. Like you got to know they're going to show, they're going to be excited. When I call people, I visualize them being excited about me talking to them, because it gives me the confidence to be able to bring that about, right? I'm going to go, if I have confidence and I visualize a result, when I talk to somebody on the phone, I already know they're going to be excited. I expect everybody to be excited. And as a result of that, boom, it happens, right? But if I'm like, oh, these people aren't going to, whatever. If you're not, remember, confidence is contagious, but so is lack of confidence. Trackbot, okay, here we go. The only thing you're missing is the fact you think you're missing something. So big. So big. You just pop till you drop, baby. Like it's people like overthink, like, oh my God, I'm not short enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not bad enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not ugly enough. Dude, shut up. Just talk to people, man. It's not that hard. Go find some cream and slap it on somebody's face. Don't overanalyze it, man. Like to me, it's no brainer. Like I already know, like I'm an ugly guy in the beauty industry and I'm crushing it. Why? Because I don't care about all that. All I know is I put the product on people and they get excited. Let's go. We just got to find a face. We just got to find a wrinkle. Let's go. Like just dummy it down, have fun, and just pop till you drop, baby. Literally just pop till you drop. And I'm telling you, your organization will do the same thing. Look, let me ask you a question. If you, let's say you're only doing, 5 pop-ups a month. Let's say you're only doing 4. You're doing 1 a week. Your group ain't going to do more than 1 a week either. Your group's going to grow slow. But if you're doing 3 or 4 pop-ups, you understand? It's going to grow like wildfire. If I'm doing 4 or 5 pop-ups, even if I'm doing like 3 pop-ups a week, right? 3 or 4 pop-ups a week, my group's going to be duplicating it. If you start having your group duplicating your pop-ups, your organization is going to grow, man. So always remember, fancy doesn't duplicate. Low budget equals duplication, right? Low budget equals duplication. Don't have crab legs. I was saying it earlier, man. When I went to San Diego and some lady had crab legs, I said, put those damn things away. Put that away. What are we doing? That nobody's going to want to get started. They got to buy crab legs for people. That ain't duplicatable. They got some chips and dip. You know what I mean? Like a little French onion, bang, bang, bang. Let's go. That's it. Nothing more. Like, let's go. Low budget duplication. I started a group in a trailer park. There's a trailer park in San Clemente, right by the beach. And I got a group going down there, man. This is years ago. And dude, it grew like wildfire, dude. We were doing pop-ups like crazy, man. It was like pop, 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 like all these trailer park was just doing pop-ups like crazy. Because it was so fast, they would just go grab some people from the trailer. There was like so many people living in one area, just grabbing people, bringing them to me. I was like, this is insane. Like, it's crazy. We did so much business so fast. It wasn't fancy. We were in a trailer park. I brought a whiteboard and some, you know what I mean, some 99-cent bowls or whatever. Like it was down and it was low budget, but it duplicated so fast. We did so much volume. So okay, here we go. The 5 secrets of pop-ups and glow-ups. Here it is, number 3, right? The separation is in the preparation. Let's go through this. It's always before, during, and after. Those are the 3 stages to anything, right? The separation is in the preparation, right? So always ask, what must I do to have the best event ever, right? So let's talk about it. Step number 1 is what? Before, okay? Invite twice as many people as you want to show, right? Be positive, even when people are no-show. You invite 10 people and only 3 show up, do not talk about the 7 that didn't show up. Stop. Like, those people don't know who's supposed to be or not there. And you're bummed. Oh my God, Cindy didn't make it. I just wanted Cindy to be like, stop. Nobody cares about Cindy, dude. Get excited about the 3 people that are here. Let's get them all jacked up and excited, okay? Pick a location, office, home, recreation room, restaurant. It doesn't always have to be a house. You understand what I mean? It could be an office building. It could be a rec room. It could be a restaurant. It doesn't matter. Like, I've done pop-ups at a freaking, oh my God. I went to North San Jose one time, and I did a pop-up at a round table. And the dude was beating the like freaking dough. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But it's like, just pick a location. It doesn't matter. I've done pop-ups everywhere. I'm doing it at Starbucks, man. I don't care. Find a location, find some skin, slap some products on them. Let's go, baby. Like, stop trying to be fancy. Don't be fancy. Let's go. Let's do it. Have 2 pop-ups to promote. Always give an alternative choice. I always like do weekends and weekdays. Right, when I'm calling somebody, I'm gonna get some people together at my house. Boom, boom. Which one's gonna do it better for you? Right, Sunday, Monday, whatever. Confidence, excitement, exclusive. This is so good. Confidence, excitement, exclusive, tie down, edify. This is like jacked out. Okay, you got to be confident. You got to be excited. You got to be exclusive. Right, be like, everybody's coming over here. It doesn't sound exclusive. I'm just hand selecting a couple people. You know what I mean? I'm making it exclusive. Tie it down. Okay, you know, tie it down. Like letting them know that you're going to go above and beyond about to make this happen. Because if somebody's like, look, I'm going to try to make it there, be like, look, I see to know if you're going to make it there or not. Because I'm only inviting like 5 people. You know what I mean? I'm only going to bring like my 5 best friends over. So I wanted to make sure you're really going to be there or not. Like, I like to tie stuff down a lot. Like, the more, if I have like, if you have more than 50% no-show ratio, then you need to work on your tie down. You know what I mean? Like, mainly if you have somebody coming over, like, man, like, meaning that you've got somebody coming in from out of the area. You know, my friend's going to be coming in from out of town. Bing, bing, bing. My friend's going to be coming in from out of town. They know 100% of the information. Oh, there's edification. So I want to make sure you know, at least I know you're not going to make me look bad, but I just want to make sure I can count on you to be there, right? Like, I freaking tie down appointments. I'm big on the tie down. Okay. Obviously, be prepared. Products, mirrors. You know what I mean? Like, dude, don't be fancy though. Just go get some cheap mirrors at the 99-cent store. Okay. Dollar World. Product order forms. I like to do the product order forms of the pictures. I like to have planner applications there. I know some of you are like, dude, I do everything electronically, man. I'm just like an electronical guy. All right, relax. All right, do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I do. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want, but I'm just telling you what I do. Okay. I like to have old school, and somebody's like, save the trees, Tim. All right, okay. All right, maybe it's not good. I'm printing off too much stuff, but I like to have the print offs there so people can hold it in their hand and look at it. Product brochures, you can print those off, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, just don't have to be over the top with it. Like, you understand what I mean? Like, you don't have to be, you can laminate it, just whatever, dude. You don't have, like, you don't have to be like people are like, oh, dude, I need to get a banner, Tim. Send me a banner. Like, what? Bro, you sound weird. Like, stop, dude. That doesn't even sound right, dude. Like, don't even be like that. Have the install during videos, product boxes. The boxes are sexy. You know what I mean? But just have the stuff that's there. But, you know, be prepared, but don't be like too much on it. Assault the senses, right? You know, what it looks like, what it smells like, you know what I mean? You know, what it tastes like. Like, I like to put water, put some like cucumbers in some water. You know what I'm talking about, right? Boom. I like to do that. You know, touch. So I would assault the senses, right? Sight, smell, the taste, touch, the sound, everything, right? How can you assault the senses? You see what I mean? Watch Angie's product training, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to watch all 8 freaking product university replays, but just watch the once a month product training that she's done. It's called just product. If you go to Team 1%, just type in product training, it'll pop up. Okay, watch it. It's like 30 minutes on. Kids, negative family members in the other room, like dogs, like kids, pets, and negative family members. It's supposed to be Supposed to be a comment between pets and negative family members, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You don't like I've been attacked by dogs at events. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I got so many stories. I got so many war stories on this stuff. It have the kids in the other room and negative family members. You know what I mean? Like, hello, like, geez, the last thing I want is like somebody's negative relative just talking smack the whole time I'm doing a meeting. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because I've had all this happen. Yeah, like I'm gonna attack my dogs. One time it was like 4th of July, somebody's lighting off fireworks. Like the 3rd of July, I was doing a pop up, and it's hilarious. My wife tells the story so much better. And I'm in the middle of the pop up, and we weren't in a really nice area, and I straight up hit the floor, and I'm like, everyone's laughing. They're like, dude, those are fireworks. I'm like, oh, my bad. Okay. All right. So here we go. 5 secrets of pop-ups and glow-ups. Here it is. Just do it. Right here it is. Pop-ups. Just do it. Based on having a success during the pop-up, right? Ask. You always want to be asking questions, right? You always want to be asking questions. Oh, ask. Open door questions are what, when, where, why, how. You're going to listen more of a response, connection. You're trying to find common ground for people. You want people to have the time of their life, right? And you want to be connecting with people like crazy, right? You want to be connecting with people like crazy. You want to be like the best host. And I know some of you are like, I'm just not like that, Tim. Well, let's get like that. You know what I mean? I used to be an introvert, but I'm also right-handed. But if you pay me $100,000 a week, I'll write with my feet. You follow me? So be over the top confident. Be very confident. Let the products be the superstar. Like you can't be like, oh, are you guys having fun? It's like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. Like just have fun and let people join you. You know what I mean? Let the products be the superstar. Have a great time. Be fun. Smile. Laugh. Always ask yourself, am I Tigger or Eeyore? Tigger or Eeyore? Tigger or Eeyore? Obviously, Tigger is always got people following him around. He's got people like, what's this guy up to? Eeyore, people are like, damn, dude, this guy's bummed out. He's looking for his tail. I don't know. I want to be around this guy. So be like Tigger, okay? Number 7 is this: stories sell, facts tell. Oh my God. Like I tell story after story after story. I'll throw before and afters, before and afters, before and afters, before and afters, before and afters. Right? Share your story of what the products that you love. Share your testimony of why you love the product so much. That's all I do. Like I can get anybody jacked about the products because I'm genuinely jacked up about the products. You know what I mean? Like I've been in this for 30 years. I'm networking. I've never seen anything like this. This is out of the world. So people buy results, not ingredients. So make sure you print before and after pictures. I like to print them, or at least have them on your phone. You know, I don't know about that, but all I know is that's literally how I become successful. I don't know. All I know is, you know what I mean? Like somebody asked me a question, I'm like, I don't know about all that. All I know is you start using this product and your husband's not going to be able to keep his hands off you, right? I don't know about that, but all I know is you start using this product, your wife's going to be chasing you around the house, brother. Like I just have fun, man. I don't overcomplicate it. Obviously, you guys probably don't have that type. Not everybody's got that type of personality to be like, oh my God, I can never say something like that. I'm more like kind of like laid back or whatever. It's like you're going to be getting so much. I don't know about all that. All I know is you're going to be getting compliments nonstop on how good your skin looks. You're gonna love it. Like you're gonna have so many compliments. Just talk about you're saying you're selling results, not ingredients. You understand what I'm saying when I say that? You're talking about how they're going to be after they use the product, right? If I'm inviting somebody to my pop up, it's like, man, when you come over and when I show you what I got my hands on, literally, you are going to be you're probably doing cartwheels. You're going to be doing cartwheels down the block. Okay. So just need to chill out and stop being too excited. You got to come see this. So just realize like you don't have to be, all I do is I talk about it results of how they're going to be acting after the fact. That's how you promote stuff. Like when you come out of this, this is how you're going to be. You're like, man, I want to be like that. Let's see if that's true or not. And then they'll come, they'll check it out, and the same things happen. So give tons of compliments. Oh my God, look at her skin. Isn't it beautiful? Dude, I can totally tell the difference. Jackpot, they're sold. You know what I mean? Like you literally close the deal with the compliments. Everybody complimenting one another there. Like oh my God, yeah, it does it better. Like it's so simple. So 5 secrets, pop-up gloves. Build Remon with expectancy. I love this. Okay. After the pop-up, right? AAFTC always asks for the clothes, right? My daughter, when she was 12 years old, Jesus, this is so long ago. God, she was 12. This is at the very beginning when we started that company. She went and did a pop-up in Los Angeles. I'll never forget it. And we had a girl that was with us. Like she worked corporately, like help out. Like she was like one of those helpers. And she was going to go help a new girl do a pop-up in LA. And she was like, auntie, whatever, you know how it is. And my wife's Hawaiian, so like everybody's auntie this, auntie that, right? So my daughter's like, oh, I want to go with Auntie Eva. Some of you guys know Eva to LA. So to this pop-up, right? So wife and I were like, yeah, whatever, just be safe, right? And we're like, look, if I think we had our driver bring her Walter. Anyways, long story short, he goes, and you've had a phone call. She told my daughter, who's 12, says, here, handle this. And my daughter at the time, my daughter didn't never look like her age. You know what I mean? When she was 9, she looked like she was 15, right? When she was 12, she looked like she was 20. That's God's. That's what you get, right, Tim? But anyways, my daughter was 12 and she literally did the pop-up, no problem. She's like, it's easy. I know my dad's an idiot and I know he does it, so it can't be hard. And I just show the products. I've heard my dad do it all the time at our living room. But when it was over, the key was my daughter closed everybody. She broke out. She's like, here, give me your credit card. Put your credit cards here. Put your credit cards here. Put your credit cards here. And I was like, dude, when I heard the story, Eva told me like when she came back, she was training them how to do pop-ups. And I'm like, hearing the story, I'm like, God damn, it's crazy. And I was like, how did you learn to close like that? She goes, I don't know. If I go to a store and I want to buy something, I just tell mom to pull out a credit card and buy it. She goes, if these people want to buy this stuff, they need to pull out their credit cards and buy it. I'm like, oh my God, we need to teach. I mean, that's literally what we need to teach people. Always ask for the close. Don't be afraid. I tell the story like one time I was on, I'm not going to get into it. I just tell you, if I want something, I want to buy it now, right? It's like, let's go. Like, don't be like, I go to 7-Eleven. I'm like, hey, I want to get a stick of bubble gum. And I put it down there and they scan it and they're like, they run in the back. Let me go get my manager. Oh my God, are you sure you want to buy this? Or you want to think about it for a couple of days? And let me tell you some more stories about this bubble gum. It's like, dude, shut up. Just give me the bubble gum. Like, okay? So just realize, always ask for close, right? What product did you like best? Right? What was your favorite product? Right? You sell the products on the spot, right? Whenever somebody wants to buy the products, hand them the products and then order it online and then have that order of what they just bought sent back to you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we do it, right? Fill out the application or the order forms for them, right? Share the story, share your ritual, like share your, like why out, like boom, you know what I mean? And then FaceTime your team leader if they're not in the market, right? FaceTime your team leader if they're not in the market, have them help you. Obviously, promote the next event. We call it that, right? Book a party from a pop-up, pop-up from a pop-up, right? Make sure you book a pop-up from a pop-up, right? Promote the next event. It might be another pop-up. It might be a hostess rewards program. I'll talk about that in a second. It might be a Zoom, whatever. Just get them on another meeting, right? When overcoming an objection, use a cushion. If somebody has a question or an objection, oh, I totally know how you feel. I was the same way. Here's what I found out. Totally get it. Like that's how I was, and then I realized it's easier to beg for. Somebody's like, hey, I need to talk to my husband. I totally get it. Like, dude, I've been married for like, for 30 years. Like, I love talking to my wife. You know what I mean? It's like the best way to keep a marriage going. But I do know this, right? How long you been married? Okay, then you know too, right? It's easier to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission. Your husband is not going to be upset if you're looking better and if you're making more money. Let's get you started, right? So boom, let's go. So always, when overcoming the objection, use the cushion, flip up around, right? Always ask, make sure that everybody leaves happy. That's the most important thing. Even if they don't get started with a product or whatever, just make sure they're happy. I like to offer a host rewards program like a customer. If you host a pop-up, I'll give you if you have like 500 ordering at your party, I'll give you like $100 prize or, $50 prize or give you this for free or whatever. These are fun, simple. I invest in my business because they're going to lead me to those customers I would have never got, right? So I do my own host rewards program. When they get their products, upsell other lines. So once they get their products in the mail, sell them on the other lines, get them on the hair care, get them on the makeup, get them on this, get them on that, upsell, okay? And then obviously, here we go. This is going to be the fun part, okay? Now's our time, right? I'm gonna challenge you guys all, right? It's called the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the success systems challenge, okay? This is the success. I'm gonna challenge you guys all right now. Now, I'm telling you right now, probably only 20% of you guys are gonna say, all right, man, I'm down for this. Other 80% are gonna be like, I don't know, I'm too scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared. Don't worry about it. Maybe it's not the right time for you. You understand? Really step up. But I'm challenging you to be part of that 20%, right? To be a part of the group that says, I'm up for the challenge. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4 system for success challenge, right? This is what you do. Perfect for brand new people, right? When they get started, pick one starter set, right? Pick at least one starter kit, right? Number 2, host at least 2 pop-ups a week. Okay, with at least 3 prospects in each pop-up for a minimum of the next 4 weeks. So to take the challenge, right? And if you've already got your set on products, boom, you've already got your products, perfect, okay? But if you don't have enough products, pick at least one starter set, host 2 pop-ups a week with at least 3 prospects in each pop-up for the next 4 weeks. This is how you're going to blow up your business. You've got to start. And then once you do it, your group is going to duplicate it. The pop-ups is the easiest thing in the world to do. Literally the easiest thing in the world to do. Because you don't have to be good. You just got to, boom, you're looking good. Let's go, right? So pick one starter set, host at least 2 pop-ups, 2 pops a week, with at least 3 prospects in each one for the first 4 weeks. This is the pop-up challenge. I'm telling you right now, if you want to set forth the motion momentum that's going to change your life, you want to hit director, you want to hit top ranks, this is how you do it. You start and your team will replicate what you do, right? Don't listen to me carefully. It's like this. Some people's leadership is listen to me carefully, but don't watch me too close. My leadership is listen to me carefully, but watch me even closer. Watch the way I operate. I'm going all out, right? That's the way you want to have your leadership. Lead by example. What would happen if you did this? What would happen if everybody in your team did this? Right? And somebody's like, Tim, I don't have a team yet. Well, when you do have a team, what if they take that same challenge that you did? It's so simple, you guys. This is how we set it off. We started this right here, and we literally, I'm telling you guys what, within 6 months, we had at least 2,000 pop-ups going on. Okay? And we did it. Like, some people are going to be like, oh, I don't ask for money at pop-up. I don't ask for prospects. I don't try to close deals on prospects. I just sell products. Some people will do both, recruit and sell. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, oh God, what should I do? Just do it. Just find the product. Boom, let's go. Like, just go. Just start. You know, I have a group of people, they don't try to pitch the business there. They just sell the products, and then they ask them if they're open-minded, and then they'll book them in for another exposure and do a one-on-one at a Starbucks or whatever the next day for them. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people pitch the business. I pitch the business. It's just what I do. I'm not saying you need to do it. Do whatever you want to do. All I'm asking you to do is just do it. Like, just do it. You've got to build your business expectancy. Take the 1, 2, 3, 4 system for success challenge. Step up to the challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 starter set, 2 pop-ups a week, free guests, 4 weeks. It's so simple. And you do that over and over and over. You go on a 90-day run, get your team doing that. Your group is going to grow like wildfire through a dry brush fit, okay? So let's wrap this thing up here, okay? Let's talk about it. Okay, here's what we need to do. Have 5 guests on the Saturday opportunity overview with Jermaine. That's a no-brainer, right? You already know tomorrow morning Jermaine's going to lay it down. And I'm telling you, everybody's going to be picking it up. Jermaine's the best presenter that we got in the company, okay? Put everybody on there. Qualify for the Recruit 3 promo, right? Pick that extra $500 up, right? A lot's good, more better, but too much, just right. Make sure that everybody gets their Memorial Day promotion. Make sure to promote the promotion, okay? That's the magic. And then obviously register for the roadmap event, and then create at least 1 manager. We got to get you to create 1 manager, 1 manager, 1 manager. Build this business inch by inch. That's when it's a cinch. Friday, Dr. Rimka is on fire. Okay, don't miss this. May 30th, we're making it happen. So I'm going to wrap this thing up here right now by just talking to you for a second. Look, here's what I want to let you know. That you can do it. There ain't no debating the fact you can do it. It's not about can or can't. It's about will or won't. It just comes down to doing it. You know, it just comes down to doing it, man. Like, let's go. What would happen? Let me ask you this. What would happen if you went all in? What would happen if you lit yourself on fire? Whoa. Think about that. What does you on fire look like? Think about what that is. Think about that. What does you on fire look like? I can remember the day that Susan Manuello was looking at our business, and they're like, hey, do a launch. Our response, like, do a launch. I'm like, she's like, I don't know how to launch anybody. I just got started. I don't even know I don't even know about Remon. I'm like, get me on the phone with her. And I said, look, I don't know about all that. Here's what I do know. There's a version of you on fire, and you've seen a glimpse of that before. What does that version of you look like? And I said, what does you on fire look like? What is you with an eye gaze that says, I'm up to something? What would happen if you just made a total commitment? I talked about it last week. They say it's in my favorite book. It says it takes the size of a mustard seed to move mountains. What? That used to make me crazy. I'm like, moving a mountain seems hard. You just need a little bit of faith. It doesn't mean a little bit of faith. It means you can't have faith and fear at the same time. Faith and fear can't coexist. They can't live in the same place. So you either in or you're out. You are either believe or you don't believe. What would happen if you raise your faith to a point where you're like, man, this is going to happen for me. This is going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. And I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I'm doing this 1, 2, 3, 4 challenge. Watch what happens. I'm going to make it happen. Nothing can stop me. Right? Nothing can get my way. What would happen if you had that attitude that says over, under, through, I'm going to make it happen? What would happen? What would happen to your life if you said, look, I'm going to give it everything that I got? This window of opportunity right now that's available, man, it'll never be recreated again. Right now, this is it. Like, this is our time. This is jackpot city. Like, we're only in like 5 countries. We're going to be in 50 countries in like 5 years. What? We got skin everywhere. It's, they got wrinkles everywhere. What? Like, we got to go. So how do you take over the world? Take over your backyard. Take over your backyard. And then we'll take over across the street. And then we'll take over, you know what I mean? You can't have your neighbor looking all wrinkly. Like, we got to get them looking sexy too. Let's go. Let's get after it. Let's take over your community, your city. I'm telling you right now, the city you live in, nobody knows about Riemann yet. Nobody knows about Riemann yet. You take over your city, and then you take over the next city over, and this thing starts to grow like wildfire through a dry brush field. And you look back and you say, you know what? On what? 5/22? What day is it? 5/24? For me, it's 5/24. What? I don't know what day it is. It's different for me, for you guys, but whatever. All it is like today. Okay, the 23rd for you guys. It is 23rd. I made a decision that I'm going to make it happen. I made a decision right now that I'm going all out. And nothing can stop me. But nothing can get my way. That over, under, or through, I'm going to make it happen. I'm not just going to sit back and be a quiet member of the association and wait around for my upline to get me going. Man, heck no. Going. I'm going to the front line. There's no line. There's no line. It's not like we're waiting in line behind somebody else. Go to the top. Let's go. Let's go all out. Let's give it everything that we got. What would happen if you said, look, I'm giving it everything that I got right now? I'm going to start putting this bonnet on more people than anybody there is. You're not even going to be able to walk by me. And I'm talking to everybody. I'm going all out. What would happen if you gave it everything that you got right now? What would happen if you lit yourself on fire? I'm telling you right now, if you lit yourself on fire, people come from all over to watch you burn. So let's make a commitment in our mind. Hey, let's make a commitment in our heart. Let's make a declaration. Look at that. Let's make a declaration in our mind. Now we're talking. Let's make a declaration in our heart that says, I'm going all out. I'm telling you what, there's a special word. It's called until. Until. I'm doing it until. Like, that's it. Let's go until we get the results that we're looking for. I love what this book says. I was reading this on the book on the way to Hong Kong, and I've read this book a million times. The First Year Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. When that book came out, I tell people, like, don't even talk to me until you read this book. But what I would do is, in that book, he talks about, man, just keep on sponsoring people until you're making the results that you want. What? He goes, if it's 10,000 a month, just keep sponsoring people till you're making 10 grand a month. I'm like, duh. It. It's so easy. I love that. Like, Mark, you're so smart. You come up with such a good idea. Why don't we just keep sponsoring people till we're making the money that we want? And then guess what? If you want to make more money, just keep on sponsoring people. What would happen if we just made a commitment and went all out? I'm telling you right now, your first year in network marketing, I'm going to start doing a training. I'm going to break down all the chapters. I'm going to do like individually. I'm going to do trainings on all this stuff because I got to make sure you guys, because you guys read it. You guys are all smart. You'll get something out of it. But if a dumb guy like me can get it, you'll be like, oh my God, I never looked at it through the eyes of a dumb guy. You'll get a lot out of it. Okay. So don't let this moment in time slip through your fingertips. Let's go all out, massive action. Appreciate you guys. I'm excited like never before. Let's go all out, massive action. Let's make it happen. You guys, let's take the challenge. Let's go to the top. God bless you guys. We'll see you. I'm going to be back. We're going to next Friday. I'm excited. God bless you guys. So fired up.